Hey guys, what's up? So honestly, the past few months has been very hectic for us, man. Like I can say this week has been the first week it has slowed down. This week I think we did let me see, about this weekend in total we did about 15 deliveries this weekend, including some venues and stuff. Now it was real good orders. 15. That's a slow week for us, but let me tell you, I'll take the slow week sometime. Like 'cause when it gets real hectic, it gets real hectic. This business for us has been a 7-day operation business for probably, I would say, maybe the last 3 to 4 months. We've been operating 7 days a week. We try, on a norm, we would normally try to be closed on a Wednesday, wherein we don't operate on the road on a Wednesday because the office is always closed on a Wednesday and a Sunday. But we also try not to operate on the road on a Wednesday. Now, for the past 3 to 4 months, we have been working 7 days. So what I try to do to get some time for myself, because definitely the Wednesday has been out of it. We're not able to get that time. I started to decide which Sundays to take off. So basically refuse businesses on a Sunday, tell them that we're closed, and there's no way we could do the event, because I get to realize that I had to take that stance or I would have no time for myself and my family. No, and basically I would end up possibly burning out. All right. So I must say I am happy that it has been working for us and we have been doing good. Now it's a little bit slower time, but the businesses that I see projected coming in, it's looking good for us for the next couple of months and stuff. Now I've got the YouTube channel has been active with a lot of comments for me lately, so I decided to respond to at least one specific question that a few people have been asking, but just getting the time to really go around and do it, because I'm not the greatest on editing or even uploading videos on YouTube, but I have information, and to me information is very important. Now, one of the major questions is always, how did I start? What would I recommend for anyone going into the business, and how do I view the business from my perspective? Now, I can tell you, when I went into this business, I did no research. I did no research at all. I didn't even know that YouTube had contents on this business, had contents for any business at all. Because I went in this business, I think it's 2018. Yeah, February 2018 is when I started operation. I purchased my stuff the end of January. I started operation February 2018. Now, I can tell you, all of this that's happening right now, and to me personally, any business can be successful. It's just a matter of how you go about it and how serious you are about it, and to always get your mindset out of thinking that this is your second job or your second priority, and your main 9 to 5 is your main priority. It's a mental thing. Now, I've always told people basically where I was working before, I was looking at as my secondary job. No matter how small my business was when I just started, this was my main focus. It would maybe I would maybe only be working the business on a Saturday alone, but yet going to my other job 6 days out of the week, or maybe 5 days out of the week. But when anyone asks me, hey, what you do? Or I have a business, but I also work part-time at such and such. Now, everything is mental. However you look at it, that's how you're going to go about it. You understand? However you view it, that's the energy you're going to give it. All right? So always remember that the first part is you have to get the mental part straight. You understand? You have to have that mental focus first before you even start thinking of being successful in anything that you do. So my whole perspective is I'm not going to tell anyone that this business is a gold mine, or landscaping is a gold mine, or pool cleaning is a gold mine. But the way how I view it, every business has success in it. All right. And I personally think any business that I went in, I would do good at it because I always give it my 100. I always give business my 100 no matter what. No. So yes, so going back to this, I didn't do any research in this business or anything. So what I did, my first year of business, I decided to understand what I'm doing. Try to have a try to understand it overall, if basically where demands are and such. Now I would always rent stuff for events at my home, so I knew basically items that I would rent, and if I needed it, I'm sure somebody else needed those items too. So I decided to actually buy those items that I would rent from a company and start off with it. So I purchased the items in January 2018. The source of income, the source of that investment, that came from a stock plan that I had in my previous job. All right. So what would happen? And I, the funniest part is, that was my first allocation of funding, that I was able to take from my stock plan. So it so happened that when that fund was available, I had something to definitely put that money in. Now, that initial investment, for some reason, I've always thought that it was $1,500 I invested initially, but actually it was $2,367. I invested, and 75 cents was my initial investment. So that's $2,367.75. Let me show you right here. Give you an idea right here. There it is. 2,000 something. Now you see a lot of writing on it. What I did is kind of give everyone an idea of what currently you'd need to spend. So I'm gonna go through that eventually. So what I did is, I know the cheapest chairs must go, which is poly chairs. So I purchased 100 poly chairs, 50 resin chairs, 10 6 feet long table, and 5 8 feet long table. All right. Now I didn't purchase no round tables. Why? I've never rented round tables, so I'm thinking no one needs round tables. So I didn't purchase no round tables. I didn't know about cocktail tables, none at all. I had no idea about cocktail tables. I worse didn't even know about Chavari chairs. So I purchased what I knew about because I didn't have anyone guiding me in this business. I didn't have no YouTube videos to watch, so I was blind to the business and venturing into something that I need to learn about it. So my first year in the business, all I did was basically added on, as the demand came in more, about more poly chairs. Demand came in more, about more resin chairs, bought more long tables, until eventually I started to get round tables. My first set of round tables I bought was 60-inch round tables. I didn't buy 48-inch round tables until my second year in business, because the demand was not high. So I go off demand. I don't go off necessarily what I might like at the time. Now, when I started, that's how I had to start, because I didn't know the demand. So the first year of business, what I would tell anyone, buy the basic stuff: poly chairs, resin chairs, round tables, long tables. Once you can get between 5 to 10 of each of those tables, that's a good start. Especially if you're just gonna have 150 chairs. 5 to 10 of those tables, good start. If you so happen to only have 5 8 feet table, and somebody comes around and needs 6 or needs 7, if you can go buy 2 more, buy 1 more, or even go to other company and rent it. Like, yeah, the next thing, a lot of people think that you need to have inventory to necessarily even do this business. To me, what carries my business is customer service. When I go to an next company to get items, that, let us say I'm running out a 8 feet table and I need an additional 8 feet table, and I call up one of my friends in the business that have been in business way before me. They've been in the business over 20 something years, and I call them and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna send someone to pick up 2 8 feet table from you. When that table goes to my customer doesn't care if my name is on that table or if I got it from somebody else. All they want to know, I delivered on time, I picked up on time, and I gave them clean equipment. That's it. That's it. So guess what? Instead of you having to find that bulk of money to buy that table, rent it from someone, you make $1, you made $1, and you also have a customer that will be coming back to you maybe within the year or even refer you to someone. So eventually you will own that table, because with the repetition of customers and repetition of rotating you, you eventually you'll be able to buy that additional table one day, and it's not gonna take long. It's not. Now, so I spent $2,367.75 for those stuff that I told you. So that's poly chairs, resin chair, 6 feet table, and 8 feet table. All right. Now, since all everything changed in the market, price increase, all of that with the situation that we had the other day, when I did a calculation of those items that I purchased, if if someone was supposed to start the business right now with those identical items, they'd be spending $4,591. So that is, they'll be spending $2,224 more than what I spent. Basically February is gonna make 5 years ago. Now, yes, that's a big drastic change from my view in the price of purchasing inventory now. To me, honestly, it is. Why? My prices for tables and chairs hasn't doubled rental wise, but yet the purchasing prices has doubled. A poly chair that I started out renting out for $1.10, I'm just at $1.65 right now, and the price for that poly chair has basically doubled. So my rental price should have doubled to $2 something. But guess what? Based on how the market is structured here where I am in South Florida, there's no way I could rent it for that price and anyone rent it from us. All right, but what I did, I increased my price to an amount that I'm higher than a lot of people, but then I give you good clean equipment, presentation, customer service, all that. So it's not all the time you need to aim to be the cheapest in your market. Don't aim to be the cheapest in the market. Aim to be the best at service, best at quality equipment. Being the cheapest, you'll never be able to maintain your equipment at a high standard. All right, so never try to be the cheapest in the market. Never. I never ever did that. From even introductory in the business, I never did that. I prefer either to be on par with one of the best in the business more than to be the cheapest. Now, same thing. Started out renting resin chairs for $2.50 when we started the business. Price for the chairs has doubled in purchasing. Purchasing price has doubled, and all I could increase my resin chairs by is 50 cents more. All right, and same way table prices doubled. The tables were the initial purchasing price for tables were $36.95. Now the price is $69.98. 8 feet tables was $59.95. Now $119. When I started purchasing poly chairs, they were $7.99. Now those poly chairs are $15.48. The resin chairs were $17.99, and now the resin chair is $34.98. That's white resin. Now that resin chair that I'm talking about, I always try to buy the best. So the quality of the one that I buy, it holds up to 1,200 pounds. Now they have some resin chairs that hold, I think, 600, 400 pounds and stuff. But why are you going to buy something that might not last? Because if it has a lower weight capacity, it might not stand up for long. All right, so remember, always buy something that can give you years of service. Now, not because the prices go up in purchasing. Don't let that stop you from investing in the business. All that is going to do, it's going to take you a longer time to see a turnaround, but there is space in the market for everyone. All right, there's space in the market, because look on it, like a lot of my inventory, I had to buy at the higher price because it just so happened that within the 5 years, we're still growing. So I still have to be buying at higher price. Now, currently, so let me just show you the growth process in the business. We started with 100 resin cures. Now we have almost 700. No, so we started with 100 polycures. Now we have almost 700 polycures. Resin, we started with 50. We almost at 500 resin cures. Tables, we started only 15 tables. So I have almost over two. No, I have over 200 and something tables in total. That include round, long tables, all that stuff. Over 200 or more. So there is room for growth even with the increase of price. Now all you have to do with that happening, if it doesn't make sense, you have something good and keep it a secret. So what's the key? Marketing and customer service is the key. And maintain your equipment. Do not look on the business as a hustle, because especially when you're just starting out and you might be operating from your home and you have no overheads and stuff, the money might look large because you're not spending out much. So you might make $200 today and you are the driver, you are the person cleaning the chair, so you make $200 and you're like, geez, I made $200 and this business is no expense. Now use that as your growth money. Put it back in the business to grow, because you get bigger, you're going to find out you're going to have expenses. So the more inventory you have, is the easier it is to conquer those expenses as you get bigger. All right. Now, you have to do a lot of, you have to look in finances for the company a lot, as in how you spend overall, because there can be a lot of wastage. Now, think for example, when I bought my first set of inventory, I used a U-Haul truck to go pick up the inventory and stuff. So I told my wife I was going to use U-Haul to do the deliveries. Now, the first weekend I get in my inventory, I got 2 customers. When I did the calculation of how much it would be for the U-Haul, no, at that time I didn't charge more than $35 delivery fee, because it was just poly chairs. Each order wasn't over $100. So $100 for the poly chairs, with the delivery it was 100 and something dollars. So delivery fee was like $35. When I calculated the U-Haul and the miles I needed the U-Haul for 2 days, because I'd have to go back the next day to pick up the item, the U-Haul fee was way more than the delivery fee. I think maybe over $100 to $200 it was, and I was only making like $70 delivery fee or so. So what I did a rough estimate and said if I was supposed to make $70 delivery fee a week times 4, and I'm doing it minimum two orders a week, times 4, then that mean I would have over $280 for the month in just delivery, and I'm the driver and stuff. So what I did, I said that can close to do a payment for a vehicle, a monthly payment for a vehicle. And that's how I purchased. I went in the same week I got the inventory. I went in and got a Tacoma truck on credit. Now, when you're buying a truck, ensure it has a 6 feet bed. So at least you can have 6 feet tables comfortably in it. And a 6 feet bed can hold, if you have what you call it now, the covering that goes over the back of the truck, because that's what my Tacoma truck has, a covering at the back, and it holds over 100 and something chairs with that covering. To me, the covering is ugly. When I purchased my van, I was gonna sell the covering, and the first weekend of loading up the stuff, I realized, shoot, this covering is good, because what I did, I strapped the tables on top of the van and stuff, and I was able to hold over 20 something tables and stuff. So I would say ensure you have transportation for these goods. Ensure, and sometimes you have to take a step back. You might have a personal vehicle that is a car. If you can trade in that car to get a maybe a Tundra, a Tacoma, a Ford, or so, but ensure you have at least a 6 feet bed. At least you know all your 6 feet tables can go comfortably. When you have a 6 feet bed, your poly chairs, you can turn them sideways, and you can have 4 rows of poly chairs. Your resin chairs, you can have 4 rows. So each time you can transport 50 to 100, depends on how high you can stack it. And that's why I said get the covering for the back so you could stack these chairs high. All right. Now, never be fearful to take a step back to make two steps forward. With that being said, if you trade in your personal vehicle and you ended up getting a truck, a pickup truck, trust me, in no time, you'll be able to get yourself a personal vehicle. I still don't have a personal vehicle. See, I purchased a box truck and stuff. A new Isuzu box truck. I think I purchased it not last year, March, the year before. And I still don't have a personal vehicle. I'm still driving that Tacoma that I decided to take a step back to make a step forward. And see, ended up even getting a box truck also. So, and I even bought, I even have a 12 foot trailer, cargo trailer that I also transport inventory in. So after a while, you even forget about your personal vehicle when you get so in love with the business and just a growth process. And for me personally, I don't look on the money. I see a lot of people in this business and they're talking about how much money they make and stuff. I don't look on the money because honestly, I don't make the money. The money goes right back in the business for the growth process and all that. So the money doesn't drive me. What drives me is seeing how successful the business has been, seeing the growth process over the years. You understand? Yes, I understand we have bills and stuff, especially I do this full time. So it's very obvious that I need to make an income to pay my bills and to pay the company expenses. But the money aspect doesn't drive me, honestly. Now, what I can tell you also is that for your first year, do proper research. Get the basic stuff, rent out, listen to your customers' demand. Based on your customers' demand, that's how you know how you're going to move forward in purchasing. So your customers' demand is what is going to help you to move forward. So it's just like I haven't invested in bounce houses as yet. Why? I don't have the resources to keep up with bounce houses. Bounce houses, it's as I always say, customer services means a lot for me. And if you're able to look on our reviews, you'd see I think right now we have 210 reviews and over 200 is 5-star. About 6 of them is 4-star. And I got one 2-star the other day where the customer was basically fussing that that we weren't on time for the delivery and stuff. Now, to be honest, things can happen and we had a delay on that day, and so you're not gonna always everybody's not always gonna give you a 5-star, but then to have over 210 reviews and over 200 of them is 5-star reviews, I'm very proud of my business. You understand? But then, so with bounce houses, one of the reasons I didn't invest in it. Now, if I was supposed to buy bounce houses, I wouldn't buy one bounce house. I wouldn't buy two. I would probably buy 5. All right. Now, for it to make sense, if I'm gonna go in it at the level of the business that I am right now, once I market bounce house, I'm gonna have a high demand for it because it's just like right now on a weekly basis we get maybe 3 or 4 requests for bounce houses. So I've been starting to pass on the bounce house aspect of the business to other companies. Now, if I have so many bounce houses, up to 5 bounce houses going out in a week, and let us say 3 to 4 is going to a park, all parks are closed at sundown. I only have 2 vehicles, 2 trucks. How am I gonna get these 2 trucks to these locations to, let us say, 3 parks, 4 parks at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock? At one time? So guess what? We're gonna have an issue right there. The next thing is bounce house is electrical. Based on how our schedule is tightly packed, when there's an electrical issue with this bounce house, I am on the road driving. How can I get to a location to fix that issue so that this customer doesn't have to be waiting hour, 2 hour during the party time for me to come and fix that issue? So remember, customer service is key. So you have to look on it logical to see what makes sense for you based on your situation, based on the demand in your market. All right, so bounce house works for some guys because they have different ways that they do it. and it's a very interesting market. I watch a lot of videos on it because it's something that I'm interested in, but not right now. There's a lot of research that I'm doing before I even jump into it fully. All right, so basically the market took my business to tents. We have 15 wide, we have 10 wide tents, 15 wide tents, 20 wide tents, and 30 wide tents. So that's where I am with the business. I have white top and clear top tents also. You have some weeks we have over 10 or more tents out. Beautiful. That is what I can control. Why? I can do these 10 deliveries from Wednesday onwards, and same way pick up from Sunday onwards. You have days you can pick up for. Bounce house can be different if it's not homes. All right. No. What other question? No. How marketing? How did I market? I utilized OfferUp 100%. I have so many posts on OfferUp, and honestly, because of how the office phone, we have two lines at the office. We had to get a second line at the office based on how one line is always tied up, so at least the call is sent to the other line. Um, right now we don't even get chance to be looking on OfferUp to see what is it that anyone has asked for. So when I get any message on OfferUp, I ask them, I just give them the office number, ask them to call the office, because it's not a matter of I'm forgetting about OfferUp, but as you grow, your strategy is gonna change, because strategy that you might use before can be overwhelming and you're so busy in different areas. I used to be always on Facebook Marketplace looking for people that are asking questions, even otherwise on Facebook Marketplace, the different communities. You have a lot of people post asking for if there's any party rental companies, anyone renting chairs and table. Now flyers. Let me give you a scenario with flyer and I show you how hungry I am and how I think when it comes down to business. And you have to basically want it for it to come to you. I decided to print some flyers, door hang flyers. Now I had no one to assist me to give it out other than possibly my wife, but she's at work. So what I did, I got some door hang flyers printed, and I went to Target and I bought a scooter. Now this was like possibly 2 months before all that happened, COVID and stuff. So what I did, I went to Target, purchased the regular manual scooter, and I started to go drive my pickup to different areas, park in possibly a park, jumped on the scooter with my knapsack, with my bag loaded with flyers, and these are the door hang flyers that I would deliver. See the door hang? These are the door hang flyers. To show you that I was also thinking about bone sauce at once. See? There's bone sauce on it. Everything else we do except the bone sauce. The cotton candy machine, snow cone machine, I do all that stuff. But I just don't do the bone sauce. Now, these door hang flyers, I went home to home with them. Now, right during the time of getting them on doors and start to get a few calls and started to feel like, yeah, we're getting noticed in a different area, all that happened. Place went to a shutdown. At that point, this didn't make sense. No one was taking these stuff off the door no more, because no one wanted to touch something that someone was touching before. And I was like, wow, what's the next move? Now, at that point, say, okay, no one is going nowhere. Everyone is staying home. I then switched my marketing to Instagram. Started to spend $300 a week on Instagram, and then it went up to $500 a week because the money was being made. It was being made based on with the balloon decor and stuff. So no venues, none of that was open. So we're going to homes doing balloon decors for the Zoom baby showers, the drive-by baby showers and all that stuff. And that's how the marketing worked up to that time. Now, the only marketing that I do is these flyers never went out after that. These flyers, just anyone asks for a flyer, I give them one of these, a business card, I give them one of these on the trucks. Now, the current marketing is Google Ads. Google Ads is very expensive, but that's the current one that we do. It's hard for a young company that's just starting to do Google Ads. So find the different free ways of marketing. Print shirts, do logo on the vehicle that you're doing the delivery. A lot of time the neighbor is there, the neighbor see you delivering the stuff, like the way how you're presenting yourself to the current customer. Take a picture of your shirt, take a picture of the logo on your vehicle, and ended up calling you. So do that. Now, what other thing? Useful tips. Again, I stress on find your niche market. All right, just like uh, someone that lives in a different state or even live upstate somewhere, or let us say lives in a different county from me. It's hard for me to tell them how what to purchase necessarily as the business grow. Most I can do is guide you with the basic stuff, because the basic stuff is what is used in every market. I see there's in Canada, I see where it's fan bacterias and stuff. I see that market is demanding. We don't use fan bacterias here in Florida. I've never ever seen a fan bacteria being rented out. Now they use the fan bacterias in that market, and I think the resin chairs for the weddings. Down here in South Florida, it's Chavari chairs, ghost chairs, and that stuff, which is way more expensive than those chairs. So it's hard for me to tell you where how I think you're gonna grow onwards after the start, but the initial stages where I can tell you polycure, resin chairs, and stuff. Start with those long tables, round tables, and stuff. That's a good start, and then study your market after. Now, one of the ways to study your market, take a log of everything that you're being asked for. Everything. Even if it's a water bottle somebody asks you for, take a log of it. It might sound ridiculous because you're party rental. Why are you writing water bottle? But get in the practice of taking a log of everything that someone asks you for. All right? Now, at the end of a 2-3 month period, do a tally of the highest demand items that you're being asked for. Once you do a tally of the highest demand items that you're being asked for, once it's related to your business, try to source these items. Even the top 5 items, try to source those items. Once you source those items, they're automatically gonna get rented, because that's where the demand is. Never buy what you like. Buy where the demand is. All right? That's my biggest tip I can give you right there. Buy what the demand is. It's not necessarily what you like. There's a lot of stuff that I am renting day to day that I don't even like working with. You understand? Like lawn furniture. Lawn furniture is very hard to work with, because yeah, do the whole wrapping of it and all that stuff after the event, wiping it down after the event to wrap it back and stuff. It's time consuming, especially the storage of it. It's heavy and all that stuff. But guess what? It's a very high demand item for me. I'm even ordering more lawn furnitures, because guess what? I'm working with the demand. It's not what I like. All right, it's what's gonna pay the bills and what's gonna keep us growing. All right, so I think that's about it right now for me and my tips. Hopefully soon I can give you guys an updated warehouse tour. There's a lot of stuff going on in the warehouse right now. Like not necessarily right now because it's very late, but meaning overall with our growth process. So I want to say thank you guys for always checking out the channel. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll try my best to continue giving you more content. Anything that you want to be clarified on, just let me know, and I'll respond to your comments, and any videos that you think I might can do that can help you with growing your business. Let me know. It doesn't have to be party rental that you're doing, because these different key areas that I gave you can be used in so many different businesses. All right. So remember the key: do not do it. Do not do a business because it's making money. Do the business because you will enjoy the business. All right. Never think. You remember, I didn't research this business. I didn't do no formal research in this business. No one told me what to buy in this business, and it's so good that there's so many tools out there now to guide you in this business. So utilize it. Utilize it. All right. So remember, like and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend, and let's keep the channel growing. All right. Thank you for checking us out.